Vera, your reaction to the World Cup draw?
Yeah, it's not a bad draw. It could be better, of course, but it is a draw that we have some perspective in this group. Of course, Sweden is a very strong team. They have qualified for the Olympics, so one of the best three in Europe, because there's only three of Europe going to the Olympics. So that shows it all. But our aim should be getting the runner-up position. And there is some perspective there. Finland are strong, but Finland is not unbeatable, let's say it like that. And we are in an up and we are racing. So we will do our best. We have also Slovakia and sorry, because it's just very fresh. Oh yeah, and Georgia. So we will try to combine that because those are long trips away. But those are teams that are ranked below us, and we should be able to get our points there. So again, it is tough, especially the first seeded. But Finland, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. We will be prepared again, and yeah, we knew that the second pot would also be a strong team. And we go for it.
Over the last number of decades, Sweden have been one of the deep premier women's teams from European football, haven't they? They are a strong team, as you say. They're going to the Olympics as well.
Yeah, and they were in a bit of a dip in the mid between 2010, 2015, but now they're completely at the top again.
And Finland, we've played them in the European Championship qualifying in previous years. Yeah. Finland, as you say, they're a team on the up as well.
Yeah, they have a good coach, Anna Sinjel, and they are structuring everything and are really on the way up also. But we too, and we have fantastic players and a drive that I think that we can do something there.
The slight difference with this campaign compared to your first campaign is that you now have the chance of beginning and preparing going into the campaign rather than coming in after it had already started. A bit of an advantage for you.
Of course, from the planning to knowing the players to having already a kind of strategy in the team, and it's always better to have continuity in a group. So I think that is the most important thing, that there's now some continuity for this group which lacked before due to circumstances, nobody to blame. But I think that consistency is one of the key aspects for success.
The fixtures will come. They'll be scheduled within due course. But we know that the qualifiers start in September, and that'll be the beginning of the campaign. We got some good news yesterday in the country in terms of COVID restrictions being on the way to being lifted. What a boost it would be to have a full house in Tallaght or big crowds in Tallaght again. It's so long since we've had it.
Yeah, I don't even dare to dream about it. But how fantastic would that be? Yeah.
It's to play in front of the Irish fans. It's so important to you and the players, isn't it?
Yeah. So we try to push it also a bit forward, but everybody will try to do that because everybody wants to have their crowds in, and we'll do our best to get a good schedule.
Obviously, 2 games against the 4 teams in the group. We know what we're up against now, and the dream is to qualify for Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, of course, and the winner is going straight. And the second will have to play playoffs. It's a very complicated system. I'm sure it's described in the press. So find it in one of the articles because it's very complicated. But we know exactly what to do.